So, welcome to Occultists Anonymous. Welcome back to Occultists Anonymous, faithful viewers, Excelsior, true believers. I don't know. It has been a week, and Songbird has already left. I guess we're done here, guys. Oh, okay, he's back. So yes, welcome guys to Occultists Anonymous. We are sponsored by Roll20, the Onyx Path, and viewers like you. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching right now. Thank you for subscribing. Those of you who are here live instead of watching something else
missed you
on your Friday night. Yes, Songbird has been talking about needing to get back with his adoring fans. Everybody, roll your eyes.
There's a lot of them. Dozens, maybe.
Yes, there's dozens of us. But yes, thank you guys.
You got us. We're not in the right place on stream at all.
Oh, well, how did that happen? Did somebody change their username? All right, guys.
I don't know if these haircut things are genuine or if it's because we were mixed up.
Let's see here, Chris, Craig. Oh, I'm in the right spot. So okay, let's see here, folks. We're doing this live, and we're keeping it in the YouTube. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Fortunately, I'm not half bad at this anymore. Wait, hang on. Chris goes up there, not Craig. All right.
There we go.
And we just
but yes, thank you for compliments. It's on both sides.
Hard to see under the flop, though.
I know.
So you can totally do the hair flip in a giggle now.
Mm-hmm. I genuinely did that at work the other day.
So we're back. Yes. So thank you for our live viewers. Who called that out, by the way?
Like everyone. I saw the comments and was just like, what are you talking about?
Wow, Travis has changed. Ash looks different. Yes. Okay. I got
Summer
it now.
is fierce.
All right. Yes. Thank you, guys. In case you've missed it, and we're going to get back to the Patreon, guys, here in a minute, but this is a real game. This is not a production thing. This is just us clicking record and going live, and then you guys just get to tag along. So yeah, notably, I had a crazy week, and then these guys have all sorts of plans, and this is going to be hectic and crazy, and I'll be honest, I don't know what's going to happen, and that's the best.
We're going to roll some dice and get some beats.
Yep. So anyway, sorry. Our patrons who support us monetarily, we greatly appreciate your support. I mentioned it last week. We've caught up on our character commission, so literally everything that goes into Patreon now goes towards us doing cool other stuff, which is kind of cool. But that is specifically Alexander, Brandon, Claire, Danny, Giovanni, James, Josh, Cat Feathers, Michael, Noba, Perry, Whoop, Puppeteer, Ryan, Schmitty, Cinna, Thomas. Yep, that's it. And hi, Travis.
Yeah.
We see you. Travis is now following us on Patreon. Our illustrious leader, Travis.
Our liege lord.
Yeah, liege lord. Sure. Plastic Age plays, does a bunch of other stuff on the channel. Kind of runs.
Sort of a pun on his last name, but
yeah. Yeah. So thank you guys for your support. We appreciate it. When we last left.
Songbird wasn't there.
Songbird wasn't here and was potentially freaking the F out, and because he felt something was wrong. I actually got confirmation, I think like an hour after we finished the video. I think you were watching the VOD and was like, yep, nope, Songbird thinks something is wrong here. And like, yep, nah, I knew it. But Weird and Detritus had decided to go out and meet up with a vampire and chat, and actually, it worked out okay. They met.
Fine.
They met Tassos.
Tassos,
the Nosferatu vampire, a member of the Ordo Dracul, who has this whole thing about wanting to leash the beast. I mean, don't you always hear about people unleashing the beast? I don't know. He seems kind of weird. Ding.
And sometimes the juice is loose, but
right. Yeah. They managed to get to a little secret laboratory, check it out, and then calmly walked their way back out of there, and nobody got hurt.
We impressed him.
Oh, that's very true. Did show him, and some of the rumors of what mages could do were confirmed to him. So yes, we pick up a couple days later. I believe Songbird has some dice he has to roll really quick. Because yes, he was doing stuff with the MMA stuff and meeting up with Jerry and Ethan and probably Jimmy, and then also was marking their territory.
That sounds a little like canine-ish the way you say that, but
so no problems with this. Wait, hang on. Was it just 4 successes that we calculated that you needed?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there you go. So yes. He. What did you decide to make? What's it look like? Just out of curiosity.
It's a can of spray paint.
Sure. Yep.
So yeah, I've now got a can of spray paint with invisible runes enchanted into it, so I can spend a mana and scritch out a rune of our sigil,
and can appropriately mark the Rookery terrain and territory. So it's been a couple days of him doing that, doing some of the MMA stuff, and not really worrying about Weird and Atratus, and until I'm sure that eventually. Like, they get back and text him as like, hey, we met this guy Tassos. He's kind of cool. Excuse me, what? I don't know exactly how it played out, but... So, yeah. We pick up a couple days later. How
much mana do you think I should spend as a general tax?
Well, considering how much you can scour in a day, plus you have a Hallow, I'm not too stressed. You guys are currently maxed out on... mana, so if you're spraying just a cup, you could spray 4 times a day.
Fair.
And stay even. So,
okay.
Yep.
I'll just go down to 2 for the actual item itself, and
that's
call that a deal for now.
And then so you guys are wherever you want to be. When there's a knock at Songbird's door. I don't know who necessarily is home. I don't know what time it is. You guys can let me know.
Late afternoon?
Sure.
Yeah, I think we'll be there.
I'll answer. Yeah, that sounds good. I'll answer the door.
Do you look through the peephole?
Of course I do.
You spot a young lady, about let's say 16-ish, I think. Trying to remember. Yeah, 16-ish.
Do you recognize
her?
Yes, you do. Yeah. You recognize Sylvia Colarosi.
Oh boy.
Kind of looking.
Oh, okay, this is better. I thought
I thought it was going to be Alma.
Travis and I were to the same place.
Yeah. No, it is not Alma. No. This is Sylvia. For those of you who have been keeping up, we're going all the way back to episode 3.
5,
And Sylvia is kind of like bouncing on her toes. She's got like a knapsack kind of thing that's kind of bulging with some weird shapes in it.
Boy.
Door
in.
Going on.
And you open the door. Do you look like female songbird or male songbird?
Flip a coin.
Flip a coin. Yeah. We'll go female.
Okay. Yeah, so she kind of like, haha.
What up?
Songbird?
Yep.
Okay. And then lets herself in. She's like, she looks frazzled, a little bit scared and nervous, and this is just another thing, and I'll be honest, it's kind of low tier on her concern list. So she like comes inside, which she's been here before. She had picked up all the weird Geist accoutrement last time. And so she kind of looks around and like quickly bag set down on the little foyer, table that's inevitably in every foyer, right? It's where the jackets get thrown and stuff like that. And she goes, the Phantasm Society has a problem.
Okay.
So you guys remember Eric, my boyfriend.
Mm-hmm. Did he get shot again?
No, Sean was the boyfriend. Eric was the guy we mind wiped.
Oh, yes. Excuse me. Thank you for getting me. Yes. Yes, my boyfriend Sean and Eric, right? So Eric is back. And he's freaking out. And he threatened my dad at gunpoint to see old footage of at the bar, and is freaking out and is trying to track down Mammon.
Nope.
Because,
nope.
There's a problem.
What?
He knows his memory is messed up.
Okay.
Can't help him.
He's got friends now. And
who has friends?
Eric.
Eric? What kind of friends?
Friends with guns that are threatening my dad, and that are threatening the Phantasm Society, and they're looking for Sean because they think Sean did something to him, and he didn't, but we kind of sort of did. So they're all laying like super low, and my dad told it like thinks I'm on a school trip, and I was able to get over here because so whatever Mammon did, we need him to do it again, or you guys keep shaking your head.
He's not here anymore.
Okay, then you guys need to help.
We can't do the things
we don't
did.
do that.
We don't do that.
We can't do those specific things, but there's other ways we could help.
Okay, and like she starts to pace there in the foyer, and eventually you imagine you guys make your way to the living room and stuff like that. She's pacing. She's like,
"Come sit down."
Right. The Phantasm Society, everybody's kind of laying low. We haven't had any. We've like delayed all the meetings, which is potentially going to be a problem because he and about 6 buddies of his are cruising around Jersey City looking for anything related to the Phantasm Society, and like Rebecca tried to meet up with them and tried to just be like the cool lady who's trying to moderate, and they looked straight at her and like knew she's a sin eater. Like not all of them, but like one guy pointed out and said, yeah, she's one of them. And Rebecca was shot at. She's fine, because I don't know anything that could actually kill her. But
I hope you know that by coming to me, well, of the 3 of us at least, by coming to me, you're implicitly asking for a violent solution.
If it needs to be, okay. The
type of magic that I do is a blunt object thrown at high speed.
I came here because this is the only place I knew to get in contact with any of you. Mammon,
okay.
I texted Mammon and he's not answering his phone.
No.
He's not.
Don't ever text him again.
He won't have that phone anymore either.
Okay.
But yeah. I don't know of any solution we have for this that isn't a violent one, though.
Well, hang on. If they can identify that one of them's a sin eater, then there might be something else going on here.
I'm happy to look into it. I just want you. If I have to kill 6 people, I don't want you to be suddenly squeamish about it.
I mean, they're okay guys, but I love Sean, and I think Rebecca is badass, and I think hanging out with Ghost is cool.
Yeah.
There's that too, yeah.
Cool. All right. We're going to need some info on how to approach these guys.
On hunters.
Give me a sec.
Mm-hmm.
Does she have a connection to Eric?
She's probably got some kind of connection, but I don't know. You're the one with the spell to find out.
I'm still learning how to do all this, so I want to do that.
Don't ask the question, cast the spell.
That's correspondence.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to cast correspondence. Like, okay, don't move for a sec. Give me a moment.
He's like, okay.
Okay. Let me figure this out. How much reach do I need? This is also new. I think just an instant. I think just instant, right? Because then I can do the borrow threads later, and then I can find all the rest of it I need.
Did you pick up space too? That's right,
Yeah.
you did. Yep. Okay.
I did.
Yes, that is correct. Yeah, you can cast borrow threads later. Yeah, the big thing is what you would need for reach is you can specify the connection you want to uncover in general terms. Because normally when you cast correspondence, it starts at the oldest, strongest links and work their way down.
Okay.
So you need to do the 2 reach to actually specify I need that connection to Eric.
So to do instant, I'd need 3 reach then, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I have
You have 2 reach.
I have
for
2
free.
reach free.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm working backwards here. Oh no, that's 2. And I'm gonna need some potency.
Potency determines how many connections you can discover. So if you only want the 1, then you're already set.
Okay, good. I don't necessarily need duration or scale.
Nope, because you're only targeting 1 person, and the duration, you just know it. Like, there's no need to maintain it.
I think my enter bonus will be capped because I'm not taking any minuses.
Right.
And I'll use my rapier to reduce the paradox to a chance die.
Oh, okay, cool. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, well, that will be a dramatic failure. I can't remember what happens on dramatic failures for paradox.
Great start tonight.
Regain 1 point of willpower, and then if you provoke paradox on the next one, on the next spell, it's not a cumulative bonus. So you just get a point of willpower back.
Oh, okay, cool. That's awesome. So I'm 10 in my calculated dice pool.
Yep.
2 successes.
Cool. And so what connection are you looking for?
I'm looking for a connection to Eric.
Right. Which you can find it's a weak connection. But you can kind of see the link that she has to in her mind, and the way she views it is this, scary guy with a gun,
right.
With a lot of threats of violence kind of hovering about him.
So I'm going to do borrow threads.
Sure. Now that one, because it's a weak connection, and actually no, that's all you're worried about. So the withstand on that is fairly low. It's just 1. So you only have to have 2 potency.
And I just need for instant cast, right? I don't need any other reach.
Well, depends how long you want to hang on to that connection.
Right. So advanced duration.
Mm-hmm.
So 2, but I only have 1. This is 3. 2. I need 2 for potency.
I also need you to deduct 1 mana from casting correspondence, and then you'll need to do it from this one as well.
Yep. And I just need 1 potency? Or no, I'm already covered for that, right?
No, you'll need at least 2, because the withstand will reduce it by 1, which would give you potency 0. So you need at least the 2.
Okay. Don't need scale, and I've got 5 for Yantra. Because I'm going to use my dedicated casting tool to take up 2 dice on the So that should be 6.
The 5 minus 2. Wait, 5 minus 4. 1, 6. Yep.
6 dice.
And no paradox. And because
I'm going to throw willpower into it.
Okay.
Make it 9.
Mhm.
5 successes!
Exceptional success.
Um,
Is there a reason you would want to increase the potency? Nope. So you can get the mana back from it, +1.
Tempting, but I'm kind of hungry for beets right now. I think I'll take a condition.
All right. Let's take a +2 on your next roll in investigating and looking into Eric.
Sure. All right. So now I have the weak connection.
Mm-hmm.
I can do scrying. Sorry, this is kind of like the weird show all of a sudden. I didn't think this was going to happen. But so let's open up a vid window.
Sure. Now, describe to me what that looks like. Are you literally just a hovering, image in space, or?
No. I think I'm going to use the mirror that Songbird gave me.
There we go.
Nice.
Very
It's
appropriate
a
tool.
good old 8 again.
Give me the good old 8 again.
And a +2 by itself, just for being lunatic.
And the window, the mirror is just going to like broadcast up a little holographic display, so that everybody can see.
Okay.
Let's make sure I got all my. Oop.
Now, this one, because you are casting at sympathetic range, and you have a weak connection.
Yes.
And, you don't know his sympathetic name. You don't know his real name. You just know Eric.
Okay.
Yeah. So the the withstand here is 4.
Okay. So reach, how much do I need? 1 for instant cast, and then
1 for instant. 1 for
sympathetic.
Mm-hmm. You will also need a sympathetic yantra, so you'll need some kind of representation of him.
Okay. I can't just use the connection, right? I need something to represent him.
Yeah. Now, to help you out,
Sure.
You can probably, speaking aloud, you could, weird as like, I need a picture of him or something. Sylvia still has the picture of him on her phone.
Perfect.
From last time.
Just still relatively recent.
Yep.
A month or 2.
And what do I need for to overcome for withstand?
So, because you don't know his actual sympathetic name, it has a potency. You have to have a potency of 5.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Okay. That's going to be difficult.
Correct.
Well, we'll give it a shot. I can't do that. I don't think.
Why not?
Be close. Well, that's going to be -10 for potency.
Yeah. So use more yantras.
I will have to use more yantras, but there's still a limit to the yantras I can use, right?
Right. Well, don't forget that using the mirror is going to have a +2.
+2.
Yep.
Usually you should be able to get 8.
So 4, 5, 6. The picture is 7.
Nope. Actually, because that can't. Thank you for reminding me. That uses one of your slots, but it does not provide a bonus.
Okay.
That's the penalty you pay for using sympathetic range.
You get 6 and a willpower and get like 5 dice.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I mean, come on, guys. Mammoth did this with 2.
Sure.
Okay, so 5.
11, 12, 13. So 14 -10, I've got 4. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But it's 8 again.
Correct.
Doesn't help you get a success. Yeah.
Yep. Which does cost you 2 mana. 1 for being space and 1 for being sympathetic range.
Yep. Okay, let's try that one more time.
Okay.
It'll be 3 dice now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And using another point of willpower.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, there we go.
Yep.
Nice.
3 dice and 1 success.
Yep.
Welcome to being a new mage again, guys.
Yes, exactly.
I'm going to throw a handful of dice at this and just pray.
I don't want to do things I'm bad at.
Right.
That was expensive. Holy shit. Okay.
It's one of the reasons Mastigos have a huge advantage.
Huge. Okay, so Vidwin opens up and we're looking at Eric.
Yep. And yeah, you are seeing Eric. And let's see, we said late afternoon. So yeah, he is cruising, driving a bus. Driving a bus around Jersey City. You can see he's got one like little Bluetooth little thing in his ear. But yeah, he's just driving.
He's a bus driver?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We
I didn't know that.
knew that already.
Yep.
I can see this, yeah.
Yeah. He said Weird says it's a little display that's peering out of
Forces 2 to like copy a signal.
Yes, with remote viewing, so it'll be 2 reach, one for sensory range, another for remote viewing. Mm-hmm.
So Forces 2 or Forces 1?
That is what I'm looking at. Yeah, if you're just because it's basically tune in. Yeah, so it's just 1 dot.
Okay. Oh god. Is it a potency or duration spell?
Duration. And Weird.
High speech and the tool, I think, is pretty much all I'm gonna get out of that.
And Weird, you did this on advanced duration? The scrying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Poor Layla.
She's being ignored.
Mm-hmm.
Poor baby.
I meant to do 4 reach because go for advanced so I can listen as long as I need to.
Okay.
Or at least for the scene.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 dice paradox.
Mm-hmm.
We'll bump it down to 2 with a tool.
Okay. Oh, just 1. So roll your wisdom. Hey, no problem. Take that 1 bashing damage. Got that little bit of uncomfortability.
Mm-hmm.
And then your actual... Oh, your dice roll is 8. I was like, hang on, wait. Did you just roll your wisdom or the spell? Yes. Nearly identical.
1 success.
Cool. So yeah, immediately.
I'll like copy it and have it like play out of my speaker on my phone.
Oh, I dig that. Okay. Yeah, and so all of you are now basically you are listening to at first it sounds almost like a podcast. It's got the it's like listening to us. The it's not quite normal human speech. It's been moderated and adjusted a little bit to sound a little more impressive. Because trust me, guys, I don't really sound this awesome in real life.
I do.
And yeah, it's a guy talking, and basically he's railing against these people who are coming in and infiltrating our society and applying their changes. And I love Ash. Thank you for the eye roll. But as you're listening, you're like, God, another one of these like right wing and stuff. And then you hear he drops, and these bloodsuckers. And so, and you realize that this guy is listening to some kind of podcast, and it sounds super conspiracy theory, but this guy is talking about supernatural beings messing with humans. and as this guy goes on, and you guys are listening and to the same thing Eric is, and he's basically ranting and raving about these supernatural beings that are messing with society, messing with humans, God made humans, and these things are coming in and messing with stuff and influencing our politics, and changing the way we view reality, and all sorts of stuff. And you're like, it's super intersection of like almost like crazy alt-right stuff, but very, instead of pointed at foreigners coming across the border or anything, it's the supernaturals, they're after us. And let's be honest, all three of you can kind of go, well, yeah, but
yeah, they're not wrong, but
right. And yeah, this guy's basically encouraging his listeners to keep an eye out for what's going on, and basically he keeps plugging a couple websites and forums and places that if you think you've found something, go here, reach out to the brothers in the union, and get help. We'll send help if you need it. We can share the knowledge we've accumulated, and we all need to be looking out for one another instead of fighting each other.
Oh boy.
So Sylvia, I have some options.
And she's been like staring at this phone going, what? But yes, what?
Recently befriended the local vampires. I don't know that they will like someone ranting about the bloodsuckers who are coming to get them. Again, it depends on how violent you want this to be.
I mean, I don't need him dead. I mean, if that's the only option, but like, death is weird now for me, because
hey,
I'm
weird.
like,
Will you turn that mirror so I can see how many people are on this bus?
I don't know if
Scrying.
Scrying.
The window's on him.
Right, Scrying has got a close up of him, and so you get a vague, like, you can't make out the details around because the scry is on him. He's the focus, but yeah, there's easily 8 or 10 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just crashing the bus isn't really a great idea.
Yeah.
I can. We can crash a bus and no one else would get hurt.
Let's maybe de-escalate this a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, but put that in the quiver. We'll pull it out if need be, but...
Yeah, I feel like...
I mean, at Forces 3, I could just accelerate the bus to like 400 miles an hour and just rip everything apart, but that'd be bad.
Because like traffic and also...
insane people do.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to start, like, take a little list of the websites this crazy man mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
And, I want to look into those.
Sure. Let me see here. I knew I was going to talk about these guys, but I didn't open the book. For those of you playing at home, yes, we're talking about hunters.
Yeah.
No, we are not talking about Network Zero.
Several people are suggesting I go speed on him.
Yes, I saw that. And I was like, well, that is a way to do it.
It's an option.
Yep. Yeah.
Can't wait to do computer text.
Go Keanu and Sandra. Except for that
Perry says, I appreciate that evidently Mammon was the least murderous person in this party. And then MJB says, except for the time he murdered his girlfriend.
It's kind of accidental, let's be fair. But yes. Yes. If you guys, if try to want to start like pulling up some of these websites, all of them are like, these kind of heavily locked, like, fill out this thing and we'll review your application and then we'll email you to, your password, and, like they feel heavily moderated and secured.
Okay. I'm going to try to bluff my way in
Okay.
I have computer skills, and also I know how fake email addresses work.
Right. Yes. So I'm not even going to have you roll, just because, let's be honest, any of us can fill this out. And
Yeah.
Could I roll a forces spell to hack in?
No.
No.
No, because
You can't just change the signals.
Right, because at that point,
I can send a signal that, like, I have the imago in my head of sending a signal to the website of
to
the
let
correct
you
password.
in.
Also, Weird could probably just lucky number it.
Yeah, is there a password? I can just lucky number that shit.
Well, it'd be a
No, I think it's
username.
probably that you would get assigned a password and a username once they accepted your application.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So
Weird
you'd have to
fakes a
have one
fucking
that's already
login.
in their database.
I can
which-
pick a username and password that happens to be in the database already.
Boop, boop, boop. These are the right keys to press.
Right.
Yeah.
You could do that and log in as somebody.
I was just thinking of going in as a new user and
right. That was what I was
Looking
getting to.
around.
Like, Atratus doesn't run into a roadblock. This is it. The site is 100% set up for like people to be able to make a username and password and get in. But when you like open this homepage, and you guys might decide other alternatives, so keep those there. But yeah, Atratus, you open this thing, and it basically starts to like part of the login is where do you live? So do you put like New York or?
no, I'm gonna put like South Carolina.
Okay, so yeah, when you log in, basically you have some information of a couple different meetup locations of where to like meet other people in this particular forum, and that's it. So for all this talk about there being forum and information, this setup is like, no, you have to go meet these people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can totally use Chaos Mastery to keep everybody on that bus safe if we want to do something.
Just kill
No,
this
but
guy.
also like killing Eric won't solve our problem, and will also probably look really suspicious to these guys. The bus crashed. Oh no! And our hunter friend died, and everyone else was totally okay. This definitely isn't the work of supernaturals.
Fairies.
Basically, yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
All right. Well,
I mean, we could just go
Sylvia, have these guys been
intimidation.
like coming by the bar like regularly, or?
I mean, they still drink there and stuff like that. Like, my dad is being cool because they're regulars, and he's just like swept on, like, they got their footage, and they were chill after that, and they paid him and for his time, and they still come by, but it's edgy.
What footage
Of Mammon.
of when Mammon did
When
the
Mammon
thing?
had dinner with them.
Right. Yeah, came by and chatted with him.
Throw Mammon under the bus.
I'm trying to remember if I was there.
You were
You
not.
weren't. He went by himself.
Yeah,
Oh,
you were
right.
literally, yeah, you were off doing MMA stuff, if I remember.
That's right.
Yeah, I was like, we can. A mage did this to you. The Seers.
Get them in a war with the Seers. Wait, literally pin this on Mammon. Who cares? Sure.
That's an option. Do you no? You don't want to try to direct them with the Seers?
Nope.
That has
I
the
like,
potential.
I like
to
our war
backfire.
cold, please. All right. Well, I'm down to go be a big, scary, mean person to these men.
Yeah, I feel like we definitely, especially if they're already like on board with supernatural things, we have several avenues of intimidation.
If these are, like, I'm not 100%, but my understanding is if these are what we think they are, then intimidating them may not be that effective.
What I mean, out of character for a second. I don't think any of us know a single fucking thing about hunters.
Yeah. No.
No, but the fact that they can tell that that's a sin eater, that leads me to
That
believe
means there's something. We
that
like
there's
in
something
character
else
we don't
going
know.
on that
Yeah.
might even be,
Yeah, for sure.
they might even be mages or something for all we know. Like there might be a mage
Yeah.
with them.
Okay. All right. I see where you're coming from.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine. That gives me, permission to escalate, as it were. Like, dunking on humans is not Songbird's thing. Dunking on other supernaturals, sure.
I mean, I'm also gonna, like, I'm not above directing the local vampires at them. That would solve our problem and keep our hands clean.
Do you say this out loud?
Yeah. Like,
Well, you already told her. Okay,
yeah, I already told her that.
Sorry,
like,
I like skip past it because Chris has already processed this, but Songbird has not.
but yeah, depending on how violent you want this to get, like, I'm still not my first choice, but like,
I head Songbird off. Just put a pin on that. We'll talk about it later. It's okay.
Okay.
Songbird pulls his jacket back and points to his little sticker that says Banner Warden. He goes, "Hang on, hang on." Or what's the Rookery roll? The bouncer one, the Door Warden. It's like, guys.
Fist puncher.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, I say we talk to Eric.
Sure.
And convince him that he is making mistakes.
sure.
Okay.
Through whatever needs necessary.
All right. So Sylvia's like, okay, cool. And then kind of turns to her bag and like picks it up. Do you guys have someplace safe to put this?
Is this all of their stuff?
Every crazy, esoteric, occulty.
It'll be safe here.
And hands it off to you and says, "Cool. Do you have like a safe?" Yeah. Because that's literally everything the Phantasm Society has collected.
Yeah, I was also going to cast Hidden Horde on it.
Oh, nice.
Stash it away.
Sure.
That'll be 2 spell controls I've got going on, but that's fine. Alright, let me pull the spell.
Now, what you could do...
Cancel the first one and just...
Correct.
Put them together.
Yep. And basically... Because you can basically cast it as larger scale and be like, this bag and this jeweler's loop, and then they can be separated.
Oh, okay, they don't have to stay together.
No, because
Okay.
at that point you're casting out 2 subjects. It would be like if you cast a buff on Weird and Atratus, and you guys went different ways. Still just 1 spell.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. I'll cancel the first one and
Sure.
do it on all of my things.
Pick everything up, scurry over to the Atratus bedroom for free reach, so you can do advanced scale freely.
I mean, it's also a -2.
Sure.
It doesn't need potency, duration. It's potency spell, yeah. It's a duration spell.
Yeah, it should be a duration spell.
But I still don't think it needs potency.
I'm looking it up real quick. I don't believe so.
It doesn't mention it at all in the
Right. So the only thing that would matter in that case is you would just want advanced potency if you're worried about it being dispelled. But that would be reach, not bonus. Yeah. Let's see. Cool. 6 minus 2 is 4 plus 5 is 9. Go for it.
4 successes.
Cool. And then, yeah, you guys can leave the bag tucked under, the bed or...
It's in my closet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
In your closet, locked inside the house, and also unnoticeable.
Right. Cool.
There's lots of other things someone would steal first.
Right. Just stop by the TV, get Nick...
I mean, it's a big place full of expensive things.
Yeah.
Cool. So with that, Sylvia's like, cool. Everybody good squeezing into my car?
You drove?
Sure.
Yeah.
She's from Jersey.
Weird.
Ding.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know if I would have to drive around New York to try and find you or maybe I didn't know what I was expecting, so I took a car. Brought my car.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah, again, cannot stress enough. Really should just stop saying that name.
Yeah.
Oh, Okay.
For real.
Yeah, he's not dead.
But
He's
dead to you
dead to
guys?
us.
I got it.
Mhm.
Cool. Yeah. Dead name. Done.
And dangerous.
You all were dangerous, but okay.
He joined the
No.
bad guys.
He's with the baddies.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just.
I won't ask any questions. No, that's cool. That's terrific. Yeah, no, he was dangerous. You all were dangerous. Now I found out there's bad guys. And she's like, she gets in the elevator. She's like, this is not what I want. I was coming to the good guys. You guys would save the day. As she's going down the elevator. And yeah, she's got some late 2000 model little sedan car. It's got eyelashes on the headlights. And then drives you guys out to Jersey City. Considering it was late afternoon, you guys didn't take too long hanging out at the thing. Probably get there 5-ish, maybe a little bit later, depending on traffic. If
anyone orders a turkey club, I'll kill you.
But yeah, she pulls in and parks basically around back of the Eben Dart, and kind of shuts the car off and sits there. And she's still holding the steering wheel, and she's going, "Okay, so I'm gonna go tell my parents that I skipped school and I didn't go on the school trip. And I'm probably going to go get grounded, which is fine.
Cool.
Just whatever. So thanks for your help."
You're welcome.
Okay. And he walks in, you hear, "Mom, Dad!" And yeah, there is some parental shouting and such, and then
I almost feel like I wanted to go in and help her, but she made
compared to what I was doing when I was 16, it's not that bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
I skipped school. Sure.
I got arrested. Big deal.
Yeah.
I was technically in this country illegally. Whoop-de-doo. I mean,
All right. I guess we just go inside then.
yep.
Because
You don't play the waiting game.
Parents won't recognize Songbird,
That is
but they
female
might
song-
recognize the two of us.
Mhm. Yeah, female songbird looks, close enough to be a relative, but
Like a relative, but not.
right.
yeah.
And it's been, a month or so.
Month.
But yeah, I would definitely say
Months
don't
or so.
go in as Dude Songbird, the
Right.
recognizable celebrity.
Right.
Well, I mean, even, and that's part of the whole shadow name thing is even when I'm in male form, if I'm being Songbird, it's not immediately recognizable as
As being a Canthus.
Acanthus,
Right, yeah.
the fighter. It takes something doing.
I don't understand that because you're literally the same person.
It's
like what's her name? The Oceans. How she flips a switch.
right. Yeah.
But looking at her, she's still the same person. She's just acting differently.
Well, to use the common comic book thing, it's the Clark Kent Superman
It's Clark Kent.
thing. Yes, it's literally just the glasses, but it's the
But people don't recognize
right.
her.
It's the change in the slump and the personality and the way they act and stuff like that. Yeah. Weird is casting a spell.
Outward, inward eye.
Oh, okay.
You're just burning holes in your mana, huh?
Yeah, you guys
She's
definitely need to buy
Hey,
some.
I got
wood to
space too, and I'm
practice.
gonna fucking use it.
Dude, I'm all for it. Cool, yeah. Womp. No problem. That's instant and advanced duration, I imagine.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
What do your anime eyes see?
I mean, the street.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
All right. So I guess we
Head
wait
on into the
and
even dirt.
appropriately interesting amount of time.
Sure.
And then go inside.
Yeah, I mean, throwing back because for your characters, this was a month and a half ago or so.
Yeah.
You guys remember, probably based on base intelligence. I don't know that Songbird would, but I imagine Atratus would. The memory roll for he basically finishes his shift with the buses and then comes in, and it was usually 7 or so. So you guys trying to show up after him or before him?
Before him's fine.
I think
Yeah,
Florida's
I'd like to
fine.
be in there when he walks in.
We arrive at the speed of plot.
Right.
Is,
No,
I
that's
think
fine.
where we're all at.
Yeah, no, for me, it's literally, are you trying to be there
Yeah.
before or after? So, yeah. So, yeah, you guys are in there. Take a seat. Sylvia's mom kind of looks at you and kind of mildly, oh, welcome back. And she's got that, like, vague, like, career-long waitress, like, I can recognize that you've been here, but I don't remember who you are.
Fuck.
Give her a wave.
Yeah.
I did not need to come here for this personal attack.
Sorry, Chris. I know it's true,
Look.
though, so.
I use gender neutral and name neutral terms for people that I recognize.
Yeah.
Like, hello. Oh, good to see you again.
Yep.
Sometimes you're not even that certain. You're just like, welcome back.
I think, yeah. But yeah, and so she, gets you guys some drinks or dinner. Nobody orders a turkey club. A little while later, Eric comes in, and he's got a buddy with him. They're just talking, having a good time. There's a moment where they kind of catch. Let me go pull up his name because I can't keep saying Sylvia's mom and dad because then I feel like a kid. Hi, Sylvia's mom and dad. It's Fosco.
Can Sylvia come out to play?
It's
like Fabio or something?
Fosco and
Fosco.
Yes.
That's close. I got the F.
Fosco, a first generation Italian American, and yeah, it's got the proper accent and everything. And then Rosie, who's definitely very like blonde, American apple pie, kind of gal.
Sure.
And they come in, and there's a little bit of chilliness as Eric and his buddy sit down at the bar, and Fosco gets them some drinks and kind of nods to them, and it's just very, very professional. And there's a little bit of quietness to Eric and his buddy as they get their drinks and stuff like that, and then their conversation kind of picks back up.
So how do we want to play this?
I can't read their thoughts unless they're thinking about them.
Mm-hmm.
But if you guys want to go start a conversation and lead it that way, I can see how they're feeling.
I think Songbird can go and sit at the bar next to them.
Okay. So, yeah, and they kind of, they both do the double take of, again.
Good-looking woman.
Right, exactly. Alone at a bar and not carrying a book.
The book won't dissuade them.
And ordering expensive whiskey.
Yep. And yeah, the whiskey, definitely the double take of excuse me. And kind of, look and there's definitely like admiring, but they're kind of like chatting to themselves, but like their heads have turned from talking to each other to they're both looking over at you while talking to each other kind of, adjustment.
Hey fellas, how are y'all?
Doing all right. How about you?
I'm having an evening.
Is it a good one?
Yet to be determined.
Okay.
What are y'all drinking?
And
looks down at fucking PBR can.
Oh yeah. No, I think they're both like very Budweiser type guys. Very standard. Americana. Ash.
Y'all like whiskey?
I mean, yeah, I'm not opposed to it. You buying?
Cool. Sure, why not?
Okay, sure. Yeah, and you flag down Fosco and cheers, and now they're both like, okay, hang on, this doesn't happen. Women don't buy us drinks. And Ash, what are you casting there?
I queued up a mental scan with the advanced reach for actually getting words, not just general feelings.
Oh,
I need potency, because as it is now, I can only ask one question.
You're doing mental scan?
Mm-hmm.
Correct. But if you do the +1 reach, you can kind of skip past that. I'm trying to remember here. Yeah, so you can get with the potency, that'll give you. Now you have to have enough potency to get past their withstand to get anything from them. But yeah, the excess potency will give you the questions, but if you're spending it on the reach to get the surface thoughts and reading snippet of ideas and catching words and phrases, that would let you do the very classic telepath of just as they're talking, the different things they're thinking about before the words come out, as they, the filter.
Yeah, you're getting all the actual thoughts before they actually decide to speak.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably pretty gross right now.
Probably.
Yeah, I had a reach for duration so that I could keep it going for the length of this conversation.
Sure.
I had one for instant and one for that, so I need one more. Yeah, I have to beat the potency.
Instant.
I don't know if I can do this actually.
I mean, you've got the reach for instant and advanced duration, and then the snippets, and then thereafter you just need to increase your potency. Potentially by using excuse me, because you don't know what his composure is.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can take however, because you start with potency of, because you still only have mind 1.
1, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, potency of 1.
If I want, because I can't just meet it. I have to beat it, right?
Correct.
Can I cast Know Nature and figure out how much composure he's got?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will do that.
Yeah, so that's 2 reach to do the 3 actually, because I just remembered you have to have sensory range. Unless you're going to go over and pat him on the back.
No.
Yeah, so instant, the specific
cool girl,
and
getting yourself in deep.
Yep. Yeah. So 3 reach overall to figure out what his composure is. But that has no withstand.
Yeah. And my yantra bonus can be 5 because I'm using the loop in my shadow name.
Mm-hmm. Cool. What are we going to do about that overreach?
That's overreach by 2. I have to spend a mana to cast it. How many mana to reduce paradox?
You're currently sitting at 4 paradox. Wait, how many yantras have you used? Because you could use your necklace to get rid of 2 as well. Yeah, so you only have 2 paradox. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then are you going to spend any mana on that too, or?
Yeah, I'm full up on mana. I'm fine right now.
So we'll just do.
I won't be after today, but.
So chance die. Oops.
Ooh.
Okay, so that's fine because it's not actually an exceptional success or anything, but bad luck. So roll your wisdom, which is 6, I believe.
Dang.
Yeah, plenty of successes.
You contain it.
Yeah, so take one bashing damage. It's only going to last 15 minutes. Not really a problem. Cool.
And I'll see if the spell works.
Right.
How many dice do I have?
For 9?
9.
9?
4 successes. Okay, so how much composure has he got?
Okay, yeah, he has 2 points of composure.
Okay, so I need 3.
Right. Which means you need a -4.
-4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so before I was using willpower on the other one too. So
8 dice.
Yeah, I had 12 -4, so I'm rolling 8. If I use my tool, that puts my paradox down to 2 again. So 3 more mana.
But bear in mind, because you've already provoked paradox once in the
+1.
scene, it's going to be +1.
So 4 more mana, not 3.
Correct.
Oof, girl.
Yeah.
I'm using all my mana. That's okay.
Just let it ride. Just paradox. Just succeed at your rolls. It's fine.
I mean, you rolled 4 last time. Gambler's fallacy all over the place.
And 8.
Oh, sorry. So
2 successes on the 8 dice for the spell.
I forgot to roll paradox real quick. Okay, it didn't matter. So we're good. So yeah, your 2 successes. So yeah, now you've got. Oh yeah, these are not great thoughts. Though you do have the potency. So is there a specific question that you want to ask?
I want to.
I was going to lead into kind of like Songbird's approach to the whole conversation
keep reading
here.
the conversation as they got on the topic of like something supernatural or
trying to just get them to talk about like, you know, things they're interested in, and like I'll bring up like if they ask me back, I'll bring up like podcasts and stuff.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's a
they can
really good way to get there. I was thinking of so what are your complaints today? Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
So how do you feel about vampires?
Right. So yeah, they talk about a couple different podcasts. Eric is kind of quiet at first about podcasts until he starts to like chime in with his buddy. It's like, oh yeah. Joe Rogan's is good. Yeah. Just very.
You guys ever do DMT?
No idea what that is.
It's a drug.
Okay.
Joe Rogan often asks this question. It's become a meme.
Gotcha. But you definitely pick up this guy's thoughts about we'll call it the Union podcast. Kind of flashes through and thoughts about that, and as Eric kind of gets a little quiet, some of the topics in his head kind of filter over to you see Sean and Rebecca and the rest of the Phantasm Society, other like just generic like faceless shadowy figures, and then you see Mammon's face kind of flash by at a second. But yeah, definitely, a bunch of these things that he thinks are supernatural or is, questioning and stuff like that.
I think like, even though I wouldn't know all that, I still know what I'm like trying to achieve in this.
Sure.
And so I'll mention that I listened to some stuff about like supernatural creatures and witchy stuff, and that I'm like into magic,
proto-pagan,
yeah.
And so they're like, that's cool, and like both of them
alerts.
Both of them are going and like already they were kind of thrown off because like Chad has mentioned, a gal buying drinks for 2 guys and then is coming over and approaching them. They're on the defensive. Yeah.
I want to sacrifice you to Satan. I'll be honest.
Right, yeah. And so they're not quite sure. And then you start talking about like the witchcraft and paganism, and they're both going, oh, okay, that's nice. As they kind of turn and they're kind of give you the shoulder a little bit, and you can definitely get like.
Are any of these guys obvious smokers?
Sorry,
they like a. Are any of these guys like obvious smokers?
Not that you've seen.
They don't have like a pack of cigarettes chilling in there.
And I imagine I'm definitely getting thoughts of just like, oh, you're into the wrong kind of magic.
Yeah.
You're into magic the wrong way.
Right. And very specifically, like you definitely get some like
possibly one of them.
Blair Witch and like, burn them at the stake kind of images, like flashing through your head for a second. And then there's like, well, I mean, she looks cute. Maybe she's not really a witch, kind of thoughts.
I'm gonna.
So, I'm gonna text Songbird and be like, wrong tactic.
Fair.
I love like you've got the secret agent and then the guy at the desk going, no, we got to steer him another way. Try another.
Just in his ears.
Yeah. Then I'm going to put a hole right there where some weird. Are you just chilling at the moment? Just kind of letting them ride? I know this is kind of outside of your normal purview of magic. So
yeah. I'm just keeping an eye ready to support in case things go strange.
Sure. Okay. Just double check.
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna go confrontational at this point.
Sure.
And like be like, oh, all right. So obviously you're not into that, but like you don't like you're not like against it or anything, right? Like you're not. And I pull up my phone and pull up that podcast.
Mhm.
Gotcha. And
Like you're not like
one of these.
one of my
crazies?
friends was telling me about one of these crazy people that like thinks that vampires are real and wants to go around like staking people and shit.
Yeah, especially I mean they've had a beer at this point, possibly two, now whiskey. And they kind of turn and like Eric's buddy is like kind of very confused. He's like, nah, man, you know, oh man, we that cough really messed up
Focus.
Songbird. There we go. And yeah, see. Eric's vision looks kind of like that. Yeah, his buddy is like, nah, it's just weird. But Eric is like, yeah, there might be stuff out there. You don't know. We don't know. Weird stuff happens all the time.
Ding.
Unexplained shit. Now, reminders, everybody, this is the Chronicles of Darkness. This is the world of darkness. Weird shit does
It's
happen
true.
all
Weird
the
shit
time.
does happen.
Yeah.
It's true.
So X-Files nonsense.
Yeah. And, yeah, I mean, maybe there is some stuff. It doesn't hurt to be, what was he say? It doesn't hurt to be vigilant.
Mhm.
All right, man. Well, I hope that serves you well in life.
Yeah, thanks for the link. Oh, yeah, sure. Thanks for the link, Drady. Thanks for the drink, lady. I have not had anything to drink.
Text you and say, just like, ask if they've seen anything.
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't like cut it right then. I'd try and push him a little harder because he's starting to get pissed off about it.
Sure.
You want to roll some dice here in some way, shape, or form?
Some social dice.
Yeah, if you're like specifically, because previously you're just, idle conversation. If you really want to like try and push him somewhere, we can definitely
Like
roll some stuff.
Persuasion and manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to like just poking and prodding and like keep making fun of some of the things I heard earlier on the episode we listened to.
Right.
Like
the stuff that
alongside him.
Eric, listened to just now.
listened to earlier.
Yeah. And again, you're not trying to, make him do anything. You're just literally trying to get him to open up. He's like, yeah, I have seen some shit. There's all sorts of, stuff going on, and like starting to get a little bit louder just in here. Somebody, and like all of a sudden just like realizes where he's going with that and like looks over at Fosco, and Fosco has been like watching, because, it's an animated conversation at his bar, but all of a sudden it's getting a little bit louder, and like Eric suddenly realizes that he's standing up and kind of looming or attempting to loom, and like sits himself back down. Yeah, some stuff has happened. All right. And just, whatever. And just kind of, gives you the shoulder and really kind of is now attempting to like ignore you. It's kind of a like defense mechanism.
All right. I'm gonna roll a forces spell to just turn off all the lights for like a round.
Okay. Pretty
And just-
sure that's just forces 2, but
Yeah. Just control light or control electricity or
yeah,
whatever.
actually, no, just influence electricity. You can turn lights on and off. Yep.
Cool. I'm gonna just fucking make them all wiggle.
Like in a pattern?
What?
Like
What do you
in a
mean?
pattern?
Oh gosh,
Like a wave through the room?
yeah,
Obviously supernatural.
Cool. Something weird. So
Something that isn't a power surge.
yeah,
Okay. You're gonna need some scale there, bud.
it's fine.
Let's see here. We are looking at like, I guess a
So
large
let's get
room.
this guy
So,
a
yeah.
breaking point.
Yeah, I mean, so that's a -4.
Okay.
Yeah, or just advanced scale, whichever.
I'll do advanced.
Okay.
Advanced and instant.
Mhm. Yeah, thaumaturgy. Yeah, man, it's super easy in D&D. Just then, yeah,
Mhm.
instant action done.
I won't use any yantras and just use a willpower.
Okay.
Just fucking yeet some electricity.
Sure. So we got paradox.
8 dice. Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. And yeah, 8.
You get another dice on that, bro.
How so?
For paradox.
Because there's gnosis.
Oh shoot! Yeah.
I've been Gnosis 3 for like 2 months
Well,
now.
I'm just thinking of it being just reduced down to a chance die. But yeah.
Not using the yantras.
Right.
So, and I refuse to spend 4 mana on a spell and stuff like that. So yeah, 8 dice. Here we go.
There
2
you go.
successes.
Yep. And so yeah, so you're trying to make just this little wave of light.
Yeah, like have it like flash and flicker back and forth and stuff for just like 6 seconds or whatever the duration is.
Okay.
Something that is obviously not natural.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And like as it's happening, I'll be like,
Pointed glare.
Right.
weird, right?
Huh.
Ding.
Cool. Folks at home, and I guess the players when they get back to their when they watch this later, you'll enjoy this part. But
Hubris.
Let's get this guy a breaking point.
all right.
Any exceptional successes?
So
Tell me about these thoughts.
Let's awaken this guy right now. He's looking for the truth.
Yeah, that's very true though. Yeah, try to the thoughts that you're getting from Eric, because you don't have his buddy, is definitely like, holy shit, this is actual witchcraft that I am seeing right now, and is kind of freaking out about it. And like you immediately get, actually, yeah, just to make this interesting, you get a flash of a weird set of characters and numbers. Just for this quick flash, we'll do a memory check thing to see if you could remember them later. But very like, ooh, was that a username and password?
Nice.
I have perfect recall as a spell.
That's true. I forgot. Yeah,
Mind magic.
one, man. I tell you, I love Mastigos.
We've got a whole mammon between you all two.
Yeah.
I mean, not quite.
I
Not
mean,
quite.
pretty close. Oh, that's
there.
true. Yeah, we need 2 more
We're
dots in
mine 3,
mind.
so.
2 more dots in mind.
And like as I say this, I'm gonna roll an intimidation
Oh,
check.
okay.
And just tell him that he shouldn't ignore people when they're talking to him.
Cool.
And like I feel like that's more of a presence thing.
Yeah. And
Okay.
let's put a +1 on that.
Cool.
He is unnerved.
3 successes.
Cool. They're like, all right, sorry, lady. Like, I'm like, I don't know. What do you want from me? I'm like, I'm sorry. Wasn't trying to offend anybody. It's just that's not my thing. All right. Like, and at this point, like, you guys are getting a little more attention from like around the bar, because it's getting. A little
Yeah, I
bit
mean,
louder.
I imagine something happened. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the lights going off, like the rest of the folks, like lights did something weird. You basically
Ding.
pointedly,
Said this. I did this.
right. So everybody else was like, "What was that?" Oh, nothing. Okay. These guys are like, "What the fuck?"
I know what you've done, Eric. We can go outside and talk about it if you like. But it would be extremely dangerous for you to continue to hunt after these dead people.
Like Eric's buddy is like churning to look at Eric.
What are Eric's thoughts?
Eric's thoughts are, oh shit, I should have worn different pants. And yeah, he's like, oh, I mean, like leans in. I mean, like, you're not one of them. Like you're.
Nope.
So you get
But
it.
based on what I heard off of your podcast,
It's not my podcast. It's just a guy.
you were listening to it earlier when you were on the bus. I told you I'm a witch. I know things.
Meanwhile, Weird is going, hang on now.
No,
That's my word.
Totally.
But Eric kind of looks at you and goes, I mean, what do you care? You're like us. Like, you can use your powers for good or bad. Like, these things are dead.
Sure can.
They're not.
Yep.
They're not.
And they can use their powers for good or bad. Do you know what their goal is?
I mean, they're dead people. They're supposed to be.
Their goal is to fix the underworld so that your soul doesn't rot there forever. Yeah, hell exists and everyone goes there.
Sort of. Kind of. Let's actually.
From Songbird's perspective, yes.
Yeah.
Let's roll. I think that's just going to be presence plus persuasion.
Can Maeve lend a bonus to that? This is Songbird expressing himself.
Yeah. I'm trying to think here. Is there...
Barry says I need the duck mundane move from Adventure Zone. Yes.
Yeah. I think.
I'm spending a willpower on it as well. So.
Oh, that's fine.
So you can take a +2 from Maeve.
Yeah.
+5 dice. 4 successes.
Shy, but that's fine. And he's going, all right, cool. I mean, I'll try to convince the rest of the union guys that like everything's cool, but like the ball's already rolling.
Cool.
For your sake.
If I find out you ever pull a gun out in this bar again, you're dead. And then I get up and walk away.
And out or back to your table or
Out.
Okay.
Away.
Sure. And like,
God damn it, Perry.
we needed stronger unions in this. Oh Lord, we are not getting into politics, folks. Okay, yeah. So like everybody's kind of looking around, and there's like a couple people who are like hesitantly clapping because they can't quite tell what happened and what was being discussed. But this woman just made this guy just like laid into this guy and then stomped off. And good for you, lady. I think.
And there's like $200 on the bar.
Sure. And yeah, the two of them kind of like lean in and like go back to talking to themselves. The bar kind of returns to normal shortly thereafter. Though because you have advanced duration on your mental scan to try to
I still get all their thoughts at this point.
You're picking up stuff like, you know, some panic and some like, I need to like, oh fuck, this woman is going to kill me, and you know, a lot of like serious concern about like I've started something and I can't pump the brakes on it. Like something is going down, and now because he can't stop it, some crazy witch is going to come kill him.
And then like as soon as I get outside, I'm gonna call Rebecca.
Okay. Yeah,
because I had her info from before.
Sure. Yeah, so she picks up.
Hey, Rebecca.
Hey.
It's Songbird.
You sound different.
Yep.
Okay.
Moving right along. We just left the Ebon Dart.
Uh-huh.
Where your young apprentice has recruited us to help you with your problem.
Oh, she didn't fucking recruit you. I sent her.
Oh, well, fair.
Okay.
She didn't actually say that, but that does make sense why I have all your stuff then.
Yeah.
It's safe.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. I just threatened Eric that if he ever tried anything again, I would kill him.
That's considerably
and made it very believable.
That's a little bit more direct than you guys were last time.
Yeah, well,
we don't have our subtle guy anymore.
I'm the most direct of the group, so I told Sylvia that this was how things would most likely go if we were being recruited. That I am a blunt instrument traveling at high velocity.
Okay, cool.
Anyways, so I'll talk to my cabal and see exactly what they got off of Eric, but at the very least, he should be having serious thoughts about whether to continue pursuing you all. That doesn't necessarily mean that the others will, though.
Sure. That's okay. I mean, that's progress.
Can we meet up? Sylvia had only, sort of roundabout details of what was going on with these guys. She said that you met up with them, though.
Yeah, that was not effective. Just can you make sure you're not followed?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll text you an address.
Okay.
And then bloop, hangs up, and half a minute later, you have an address.
Travis?
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of thinking of throwing isolation on Eric.
I wouldn't. What good do you think that's going to do?
It's going to keep him away from those guys.
He's already terrified.
Is he? Okay.
Yes. He would like to stop this.
Were you under your breath, live streaming or live tweeting this to Weird?
He is terrified. He would like to stop this because he just got threatened with death. But he doesn't think he can. Isolating him from the people who are doing this isn't going to help. Okay. If anything, we need him to get in better with them so he can influence them.
Sure.
Because at this point, it's out of his hands. It's on them. We're going to have to deal with them. Yeah, let's go see where Songbird went. Done here.
An appropriately non-suspicious amount of time after I leave.
Finish our meal and drinks and get up and go.
Hang on.
I
just want to.
I'm wondering if Craig is on the same brainwave that I am, but I'm not going to say anything.
I'm doing correspondence.
Okay.
There's no withstand on that, or is there?
I don't believe there is.
Okay.
Yeah, unless you're actually messing with something, there generally isn't withstand.
Right.
Yeah. None on that.
It's because it's a knowing spell, right? Yeah.
All right. So overreaching just a little bit, and so we're doing instant, sensory range, and
what's your third?
Oh, actually, so that should be 4 reach because I wanted to pick the exact connection I'm looking for.
Now, now you can.
I don't actually know that. Yeah, I can't actually because I don't know.
You don't know what?
I'm looking for the connection to the leader of the.
Right,
I'm
and
assuming,
so you can think in that terms. So
sure. Okay, so I'll do that. So I don't need the extra. It's only 2 reach then.
Well, no, you need the 2 reach function, which lets you specify that you want in general terms. So you could go the union leader, that one it costs 2 reach.
So I'm overreaching by 2 then.
Okay. Now the other thing I was going to say is you don't necessarily have to do that sensory range if you want to do it as you guys leave. And walk over.
No, because I have something else I'm going to do as we leave.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Okay, so we need reach for instant, reach for sensory range, 2 reach for getting a specific connection. Cool.
Yeah, I'm overreaching by 2.
Overreaching by 2. You doing anything about that?
How? So I'm trying to be subtle here. Is how active do I have to be to use my dedicated magical tool?
Not very. Like I am
Okay.
absolutely fine with you guys like having it, and because you're drawing on it and having it
Yeah.
with you. Yeah.
Okay.
So that'll shave off 2 paradox of
Yep.
4. I'm just gonna leave it at 2.
I'm running low on mana.
No problem. And I will point out, folks, I think that's the first time Craig has ever let paradox not be a chance die. The rest of the
Yes.
cabal is
Yeah.
rubbing
Y'all are-
off
y'all are
on the
wasteful.
guardian.
Y'all wasteful.
Yeah. Cool. So go
I mean,
ahead.
I don't use mana for anything.
Right.
So
Did you spend the mana on
Advanced
the
duration.
mental scan, by the way, Travis?
Yeah.
Okay, just double check. Because now that you guys are branching out, I have to remember that you guys need
yeah,
to
I
do that.
spent 3 on
There
one
you
and
go.
4 on the other, I think.
Cool.
5 successes.
Cool. Let's see here.
I'll take my mana back +1.
Okay, sure. And so what connection? Because you only have the 1 potency. Wait,
I want
no. You have 2 potency, so you could get 2
Yeah.
connections if you wanted.
I want the leader of the union. That's all I'm really looking for.
Okay. So
From his perspective, whoever he's strongest with in the union.
right. So you get a random string of letters and numbers. It based on from what you guys had seen on the forums before, like the usernames that are given are like these random gibberish things. So
Okay.
that's the username of this leader. That's the name that he thinks of.
Sure. Okay. So I'm going to put a pin in that one. I still have another connection I can grab.
Mhm.
So I'm looking for one that he's been physically present with.
Oh, like another union member that he's met.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the strongest connection with the union that he's physically met.
Cool. Yeah. So that's a good one.
Yeah, I thought that's what I would get with the first one, but
Right. Let's see here. Oh. Sorry, my handy dandy name generator is just running a little sluggish, guys. Don't mind me. There we go. All right. Yeah. So you get a Patrick.
Okay.
And the kind of image that kind of comes with it is not an Irish guy. But yeah, just kind of this vague, I'm trying to think how would Eric think of this guy? Actually, yeah. You have the name Patrick, and it's tied to racks of guns.
Fucking tactical.
fine. All right. So we'll head out.
Cool.
Like I'll, wave my chin at the door.
Sure. Like we're good to go. I mean, you guys are sitting right next to each other at like a booth or whatever.
Yep.
So, like, you ready to go? Yeah, I am too. All right.
As I walk by, I'm going to touch him.
Okay.
Just sort of brush up against him as I'm walking by.
Sure.
This dude is not going to be cool with strangers touching him.
That's
Ever.
fine.
Yeah.
Because he's...
And I'm going to borrow, I'm going to copy the connection, not take it.
Oh, okay.
Because we're going to hopefully leave him able to possibly influence these guys.
Okay. So, question: how many yantras are you using?
Oh yeah, good point.
Yep.
So
'Cause this
take one off of that.
Okay. So you're using probably cabal theme, I guess.
Just shot a name cabal theme.
Right. Okay. Cool. And some
5, 9, 10,
overreach.
12 minus 4. I only need 2 for the potency, right?
Let's see here. So we are borrowing thread, so it is based on the connection. So it's withstood by the strength of the connection, which is a medium connection. So it's got 2 withstand on it. Again, you don't know the guy's name, so it's 3 potency. So currently you would be coming up with 0.
So only
0
one more.
currency.
Okay.
Yeah. So another -2.
So 5 minus 6 is -1, 4, and 3 is 7.
And do you want to use that +2?
The +2
from the condition of investigating on this guy?
Oh, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I realize there's no reason I can't just give bonuses for certain spell casts. So
2 successes.
cool. But we need to backtrack a little here before you do that roll. We need to talk about that paradox.
Oh, you're right.
You're
Yes.
okay because paradox doesn't affect die pool when you're containing it.
Yeah.
So we're overreaching by 2, which gives us 4. You're not going to be using your sword.
No.
So okay. Are you putting any mana into it? Besides the mana that was required.
Yeah, I'll put 1 mana into it.
All right, 3d10. Survey says...
Ooh.
2.
I got to re-roll one of them.
Yep. Survey says
2. Okay. So yeah, roll your wisdom.
That's
Should be 7.
what am I at here? Should be 7.
the last time you did this, you ended up with a paradox condition.
Yes, thank you. 4
There
successes.
you go. You're all right. So yeah, two bashing wounds. That'll go total away in half an hour.
Yep.
And
Then I've got a connection to his guy.
Yeah, to Patrick.
Mhm.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
And you guys kind of make your way out of the even dirt. And that was where we will take our pause as the cabal works together like a finely tuned machine to manipulate not very subtly.
To almost
slightly
be
subtly.
Mastigos.
Yeah, that's true. Our powers combined, we make a Mastigos. All right.
And Songbird.
Yeah. Hey, let's be honest. A Mastigos always needs somebody to work off of. Anyways, thank you guys for joining us. As always, it is a blast to share this show with you, this game with you. I hope you guys have been having fun, especially since the Cabal had no idea any of this was happening, which I knew, but they kept telling me all their plans, and I was like, well, I mean, yeah, but also. So hopefully we'll get...
Hey, it's not like we didn't have enough fucking plot threads everywhere.
Yeah.
It's how you keep mages on their toes, because when they can do anything they want, almost, you gotta keep them on their toes. Anyways, thank you guys for joining us.
Except they didn't get a single beat in an hour and a half. But
really?
Yeah, exactly. Although none of our aspirations were hit, so.
Ooh, yeah. Sorry about that. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Anyways, yes, we will catch you guys on the next episode. If you're watching on Twitch, we'll be back in like 5 minutes. And don't forget to check out Kickstarter for Mummy the Curse, which is looking really, really cool. They just put the rules out for cults, and I haven't read them
cult
yet.
system is fucking rad.
I haven't read them yet, but they look really good. So yeah, we might see those get intermingled.
You're 100% going to use them. Calling it.
Yay. So yeah, we will see you guys on the next episode, or in just a couple of minutes.
Stay lucky.